Hey everyone, Aussie Viking here to do another video. So with the latest update of Han Solo Part 1, we got some good arcade goodness. And I spent some quality time with it. And I want to go over about what I liked, what I disliked, and what I think needs to be fixed in the future. First up, Starfighter Arcade. It's fun. It's great to be able to just play the Starfighters and kill things, and then play the heroes and kill things. However, it's not perfect. Now there was Infantry Arcade when the game released, so hopefully in a few patches they can at least give us more updates to the AI so they actually do more stuff instead of just flying around, and hopefully having the ships that are in the area that you're in actually attack you more, so speed things up and such like that. But overall it's not bad. If you're going to play Starfighter Arcade though, go to Onslaught, have everything set to extreme on the hardest difficulty, and then go for it. It's a lot funner. The AI actually attacks you more so than when you've got the 10 out of 10 teams in arcade battle groups. So I think Onslaught is better to play. You can play both and obviously change it around in the settings and stuff, but for me personally, I found out that so far it's funner in Onslaught. However, that could change with the ability to add 20. Having two teams of 20 versus 20 would be fantastic, or 10 versus 20, that'd be fantastic too. So that's the thing. These maps, they are smaller just like the infantry maps, but just like infantry, the AI is meh in terms of there's only 10 people that you can fight at a time, and that really kind of sucks. Just like we say with arcade, we'd like a bigger mode where we can have 20 versus 20, or 10 versus 20 and so on, or Onslaught 40 versus one person, that'd be great too. DICE really needs to upgrade this stuff and really go, alright, here you go guys, at the very least, here's more units to fight with. But overall it's not bad. It's still acceptable. And to be truthful, just getting into a pilot, to be able to pilot a X-Wing, going first person, no HUD, and flying around with nobody trying to kill you, is beautiful. Going around and just taking it all in is still fantastic to do. Another thing I think is the ships, the spaceships, do not use their abilities often. I haven't gotten one single lock-on from a missile from them at all. Although again, infantry wasn't the best when the game first came out. So hopefully with a few patches they can upgrade the AI to make them do better things, use their skills more often, and so on. But like I said, it's still fun to have Starfighter Arcade, because look at it like this. They've given us infantry, and they've given us Starfighter Arcade with all the maps. Now all they have to do is focus on how to fix it all up. For me, definitely adding objectives. Now, Ben has said they want to add objectives later, and we know they can do this. Why? Campaign actually had objectives in it very similar to Starfighter Assault, and even Starfighter Assault has their AI do objectives. They can do it. They might have to change some things around, but we know they can do it, and hopefully now that they've got both of the kind of arcade-ness stuff done, they can just go all out, all in, and go, okay guys, here's this big arcade update, big offline for infantry, big game mode infantry, big game mode Starfighter Assault, perfect. So, another thing would be great if you could have hero AI. Now for ships it's definitely different than say infantry, but hero AI in ships would be fantastic. Why? Because there isn't much that really needs to be done. They've still got a big health pool, they've got more damage, and they don't have to use all their abilities. Make them use at least maybe their rockets. You know, if you can get missile lock on from normal infantry, space infantry, that is, then do it for heroes as well. That doesn't seem too hard. They don't have to use, just like if you were to do hero AI for infantry, don't make them use all their abilities. They don't need to, at all. Another one they added was the Jabba the Palace. It's great. What can I say? The one thing they've done a lot well with arcade for infantry is they keep adding in new bits and pieces. Maps continued being added in, and that's fantastic. However, just like say Bespin, this map is the full map. It's not cut down, so it's huge. Although to be truthful, as I'm playing it, every time I turn a corner and stuff, there's always at least one person there. So they have kind of made the spawn system for this map pretty damn good. I would, however, like it if we could have an extra 10 enemies to fight against, just like how I'd like extra 10 stuff in Starfighter Arcade. But hey, it can come. Now obviously there's other things, like I'd like to have skins randomized in infantry, I'd like to have special units like B2 battle droids and flame troopers to have the AI and infantry use, because we see that they can use it in the campaign, so why not in multiplayer, or at least offline multiplayer. Those sort of stuff I've said before, that's in my other arcade video, and I think if they add that, we're golden, because like I said, we are close. We are close to getting the full online experience in offline. Like I said, they've got infantry, they've got starfighter, it's in the game now. All we have to do now is keep giving them support and ways that they can fix these modes to make them better. And in time, we will be getting what we like to call a badass offline component. Now, there was that leak, and this is a leak that came out like a month or two before the game officially released in 2017, that said that sometime within the first 3 months we were going to get a big update for arcade, which was going to just basically fix a lot of problems with it. We never got that because of the progression system, and that pushed everything around. So I do hope that we get that arcade bump later on. Probably not in part 2, it's plausible, but I don't think in part 2 of Han Solo they will do that. Maybe in the small season they have in between, like the Knights of Endor, or possibly even in the Clone War season. Either way, I'm all for it. And hopefully the big game mode, which from the leaks apparently will be a sort of supremacy type mode, which was a fun in the first game. And if they give us a big game mode of supremacy for offline, I'm all for it, because they need to add objectives. I like killing AI as much as the next game, but after a while it gets boring. But if you add objectives like taking over a command post, moving on and stuff, vehicles everywhere, that just adds that little bit amount of depth that makes you keep coming back and back and back. And that's the one thing that they need to do. Same with Starfighter. Adding objectives just makes it even more funner, more chaotic, and like you're fighting in a real mission. It can still just be fun to just load up a game and kill things, but objectives are the way to go. And I really hope they give us that, because I'm loving arcade now. I cannot wait for more, and we are so close. And honestly, once we get a big solid offline arcade, I think that comparing Battlefront 2 2017 to Battlefront 2005 is going to be a more interesting debate than it was before, because we are getting there. All we need is Clone Wars, Anakin, and all that, and you've got a game that I would say is going to be on par, if not better, than Battlefront 2005. Anyway, that's Aussie Viking out. Hope you like, subscribe, and so on. I'll make more videos of this, obviously, and yeah, enjoy. See you on Valor. Bye.